हरिः शरणम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरु परमात्मने नमः। नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशर्षिभ्यो मद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानगणः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मेवाहमस्मि। नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महन्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथस्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं त्रोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरुं सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदो विभागिनी व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यस्य देवी परा भक्तिर्यथा देवी तथा गुरु तस्यैते कथिता यथाः प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः। नमो परमऋषिभ्यो नमो परमऋषिभ्यो। My dear spiritual friends, my fellow seekers after truth, our subject for discussion today is how to find peace of mind. When we discuss about peace, naturally it pertains to mind. What is mind after all? It is but a reflected consciousness. The seeming intelligence, power and perception of the conscious mind are only a borrowed light. The real source is Atman, not the mind. Just as the body is inert, the mind is also inert. It is highly subtle matter, nevertheless it is matter as distinct from spirit. Ultimately, all wisdom, knowledge, and power derive from spirit. This can be better explained by an example. A mirror catches the direct light of the sun shining in the sky, and mirror becomes so powerful with light that it can brighten a darkened room. Seemingly, the light comes from the mirror, and yet there is in reality no light in it. Exact is the case with the mind. Whatever power mind is manifesting, it doesn't ultimately belong to the mind as such, but the Atman that is beyond the mind, which is the true source of light and wisdom. This is called reflected consciousness in Vedanta. Hence, mind is understood as only shining with borrowed luminosity. We are a radiant center of power, pure spiritual consciousness, and that is our true face, as Zen philosophers coin it. Now, what was our face before we were born? What was that faceless face when this face didn't exist? We are a mass of radiance, and that is precisely our eternal countenance. When no name, no body, no form, and no face existed, how then can we invoke that deeper powers beyond mind? The most significant insight we get from Vedanta in this matter of tapping the inner source of strength, power, and peace is what is called Atma Bhav. The term signifies abiding in the self, to be aware of ourselves as the self, not as the little, ineffective, limited human individual subject to so many stresses, worries, anxieties, and problems. Through Atma Bhav, we are grounded in this inner attitude that I am the eternal spirit. I am Atman. Fire cannot burn me, water can't wet me, weapons cannot injure me. I am the unborn, eternal, permanent. To be firmly based always in this truth is our strength. It gives us power over the constant assailments of the mind, which subjects us to so many negative moods and tendencies. If we want to triumph over them, we are urged to be based on this unshakable position of strength in self-awareness. In this connection, it is pertinent to note that Gurudev admonishes us to abide in this self-awareness, Atma Bhav, to be rooted in this awareness and not to allow the erroneous consciousness of our apparent human personality to hold us down. This is a sadhana that we must keep up because of the fact that through long ages we have somehow or another got into the habit of being only in this little human consciousness. That is the need of the hour. Hari Om Tat Sat.